2025 is coming to a close, and with that, we are getting closer to 2026 with a huge slate of amazing movies out. I am super excited to talk about those, including a movie video just dedicated to horror movies that are coming out in 2026. Stay tuned for that. But this past week, we got 4 amazing trailers, which I wanted to really cover, but I currently don't have internet, so it's been a back and forth trying to upload stuff and edit stuff. So going to cafe, doing all of this, it is just getting crazy. Hopefully by Monday, I will have a internet connection back. It is currently Saturday when I'm recording this, and I do not. I expected to have it today, but I do not. Anyways, I do want to talk about these trailers because I thought all of them look amazing. I've seen one of these movies, which I'll talk about in a bit. I want to talk about is Mother Mary, directed by David Lowery. Now, David Lowery has given us some pretty great stuff like A Ghost Story as well as The Green Knight. But this new film stars Anne Hathaway and Michaela Cole with a supporting cast that just sounds incredible. Listen to this. Hunter Schafer, FKA Twigs, Kaya Gerver, sounding like we got a banger in our hands. This is written by David Lowery and it is being produced by A24 with music that is also being done by Charlie XCX and Jack Antonoff. The premise reads, follows the psychosexual affair between pop singer Mary and fashion designer Sam after the former's need for a dress for her new tour draws them back together. This has had some of the best images I've seen in a trailer in a long time. This is truly going to be aesthetically pleasing. I think David Lowery also really has a distinct way of telling a story, which always gets me excited. And I cannot wait to see what this is going to be like. Could this possibly be at Sundance? It's looking like it, but we'll definitely see. But the trailer looks impeccable and crazy. I'm going to do a more thorough breakdown for it. Stay tuned for that. But this is just me talking about these trailers because this is just such a awesome week for horror trailers, because Mother Mary is exactly what I've been wanting to see from a horror movie. Just something that is really taking a swing at the aesthetics, at the visuals, and I hope the story is there as well. And with David Lowery, I just think it will be. So I don't have much to be worried about from that. I think this is definitely going to be great. So super excited about that. But let me know what you think about Mother Mary. This is coming out next year. So the next film I'm going to talk about is going to be the film Obsession, a movie I've watched already. I do have my review if you want to go look at that. And this movie also just got its trailer, which I think the trailer was great. I was super nervous, y'all. I was like, please don't give people a trailer that's going to give too much away, because this is a movie. Go into not knowing anything and you're just going to love it. Trust me, I did not know what the hell this movie was about. I just saw the picture. I saw Curry Barker, who has done some other films that were kind of prominent on YouTube. Milk and Cereal, one of them. And I was like, okay, I'm seated. I'm going to see what he's going to deliver. And boy, did he deliver an incredible job here. If you're a fan of uncanny vibes and some horror that kind of makes you feel all weird and crawls under your skin, this one's for you. Almost like Smile and some things creepy-esque internet video vibe. This is what Obsession does. It just makes you feel so weird in your skin as you're watching it. It's incredible. And I'm excited for it to come out next year in May. A lot of, I would say, confidence from Focus Features. Also, Blumhouse is now involved. So this is going to be great. I'm excited for everybody to watch this. Watch this in the theater. Full crowd. I'm telling you, it's a fun ride. It's a movie that slowly builds into something that is just incredible, and you are not going to be disappointed, especially if you're looking for a very hardcore horror movie. This one definitely does that, and I'm excited to hear what people think about it more once it's released. Next one is going to be 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, directed by Nia DaCosta, written by Alex Garland, produced by Danny Boyle. This was actually filmed back to back with the 28 Years Later film that came out this year, and it is a direct continuation of that in this new trilogy. Cillian Murphy will appear at the end, and Cillian Murphy will be more prominent in the third film, according to many. This is going to be Ralph Fiennes' main film. This is a movie about Dr. Kelson, but also the Jimmies, who is played by Jack O'Connell, and he has a cult named the Jimmies. His name is Jimmy as well. And I saw this trailer. I broke it down already if you want to go watch that video, because I say a lot more in it than I'm gonna say here. I'm seated for this movie. It looks great. It looks like it's definitely trying to do something different, which I really love when a movie isn't trying to be like its predecessor. And I'm seated for this one. So very excited for The Bone Temple. Nia DaCosta, I think, is a phenomenal filmmaker as well. I'm a fan of Candyman. fan, and I think that I've heard so many great things for Hedda that I'm very pumped to see that as well whenever I get the opportunity to do so. But just the mere fact that we're getting a 28 years later sequel in less than a year is just beautiful and just makes me so excited for the future of this franchise. So we'll see what it's going to be, but let me know your thoughts, opinions in the comments down below for the Bone Temple. Are you excited? Are you not? Didn't you enjoy the first one, or just not a fan of it? I'm curious to know. But the last horror movie I want to talk about is Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. This is the new film that is directed by Radio Silence, and their collaborators come back as well, including Samara Weaving reprising her role as Grace, the main character of the first one. You also have Catherine Newton, Sarah Michelle Gellar, you have Elijah Wood, amongst others. David Cronenberg's here laying in a bed for some reason, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go see that movie if David Cronenberg's in it. And it's called Double or Nothing. Well, that's what the poster says, but the movie is Here I Come. Such a cheesy, fun name, honestly. But pretty much following the premise of the first one, it says Grace, the sole survivor of a brutal game that resulted in the deaths of her husband and in-laws, learns that her victory comes with a price now. The wealthiest and most influential families on Earth have to kill her in a new game or risk losing their power and fortunes. Grace refuses to participate, but is left with no choice when she learns that her younger sister, Faith, has also been marked for death and must protect her at all costs. So Catherine Newton, of course, is playing the sister. And you know, I wasn't ready, like, when I heard that they were making a sequel. I thought it was going to be dumb, that it wouldn't make sense. And here I am, excited for it because that trailer was great. The premise sounds interesting, and just visuals wise, it's getting to me. So I'm going to be seated there for this one. This one's coming out on April 10th, 2026. This is a South by Southwest title. If I've ever seen a South by Southwest title, it's this one. And I'll be excited to catch this one. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And a South by Southwest crowd with this, it is going to be loud as hell in that theater. So we'll see how it all goes. But these 4 movies are definitely some to look forward to in 2026. It is shaping up to be a great slate, and I cannot wait to discuss it more. So stay tuned for my videos I'm going to do at the end of the month talking about those movies I'm excited for next year, as well as my final top 10 of the year. I'm getting it curated, getting ready, and we might do a first with some awards from Cultural Elixir, so stay tuned for that. But as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on these horror movies. Are you just excited for them as I am, or is there some you're more excited for or some you just don't care for? Comment below. I like to know. Everybody has a different opinion. Make sure you voice it. Don't let anybody tell you what to think, and I'll see all of you next time. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell. 50,000 subscribers is the goal. As always, stay safe, stay positive.